All right, friends, it's Timon. We're back with, guess who? Our good friend, the one that we always love to make reaction videos to, JasonBlaha, strength and baloney fitness, the gym, lifting, recruiting, fitness gear slave himself, Blaha. So we're going to react to his ridiculous video here. So JasonBlaha says, vegan gains can't do this. Lifts I've done in 2025 at age 48. Oh, give me a break, man. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, bro. Who cares if you could do a lift? Nobody cares. And lifting heavy weight does not build muscle, man. You're crazy, man. Is he grunting? Man, this is crazy. He's trying to compare himself, him and vegan gains or whatever, man. This is pathetic. Look, vegan gains right now is trying to get a pro card, right? So he's in the bodybuilding genre. He's trying to hypertrophy his muscles. And then you get a crazy, bald ass, deteriorating 85-year-old fool like JasonBlaha. And he's like, hey, man, vegan gains can't do this. Why would vegan gains want to do that? How is that going to benefit him to get a pro card lifting this weight for 1 or 2 reps? How is that going to translate for him in a bodybuilding show to get his pro card? In what way will it fucking benefit him? This is stupid. You know, that's like vegan gains. He can make a video and say, look, Blaha can't do this. And then he shows how big he is and massive and whatever, and posing and all that kind of stuff. This is just dumb, man. Blaha's insane. Look, if vegan gains was into doing this, lifting heavy right now, if that was his goal, then yeah, you could say, hey man, you can't do this. You would be competing against each other, right? Because that's what you're doing. You understand me? That's the thing that you're in. But Blaha, he's brain dead. He was like, hey man, vegan gains can't do this. Why would he want to do it? He's not doing that. This is dumb. Even the one where he did, what was it? Alex Leonidas from Alpha Destiny tried to compare himself. He says, oh, in 2025 at 48 or whatever, 85, vegan or Alex Leonidas of Alpha Destiny, he can't do these lifts. He's changed. He's changed. He still does heavy lifts and bench and stuff. You know what I mean? But he works out at home. He doesn't work out at a gym anymore. I don't even know what he does anymore. I know he was I think he was a trainer or something in a gym. He trained people or something. He trains people. I don't know exactly what he does. But whether he wants to keep doing it forever or not, that's his own business. Listen, Alex Leonidas, if he wants to lift heavy or not heavy or whatever the hell he's doing there, that's his own effing business, bro. Get it? You know, but it would be different if he was competing with you. If he said, okay, let's compete against each other. Let's see who could lift heavier. Then it's totally different. You could say, okay, let's see who could do this or who could do that. But there isn't any competition. So Blah's, I don't know what he's doing here. He's delusional. Like he's talking to himself. Look at him. Yeah. He's got the shittiest physique on the planet. No women are interested in that. Here's the thing. Nobody's impressed that you can deteriorate the fuck out of yourself. Losing your hair, having a pumpkin head, pumpkin face, and a nasty ass 85-year-old body dripping with skin everywhere, whatever, nasty. Nobody is impressed that you can destroy yourself, look nasty than ever. I guess looking ugly is in, right? This is the in look, to see how far you could deteriorate yourself. So to the point where nobody is they're absolutely unattracted to you. You actually repel people. In other words, when Blaha walks around in the shopping center, not only are they not attractive, but he repels them. They're in disgust. They see him and they run away. Wow, I guess it's working. The plan is working. The plan. Keep up the good work, Blaha. You're almost there. 1 foot in the grave. Is this like, bro, is this like mental illness or something? Like, is he suffering from mental illness? It's like I said before, I talked about, people doing certain things, like destroying themselves. Like my sister, she was smoking cigarettes, drinking coffee, drinking some alcohol, doing this, doing that. And I was like, hey, listen, people are not impressed on your job that you can deteriorate yourself. They're not going to be impressed. You know that? People are impressed with people that can keep themselves looking really youthful, young, and strong and attractive. That's a lot harder. Because addictions, it's easy to fall into addictions. So here's the thing. It's easy to destroy stuff. It's really hard to build things. You just go and you destroy something, boom. It takes 1 second to destroy something, but to build something, it takes quite a while, Like this is the opposite. This is destruction right here, dude. Or whatever. Like if Blaha said to me, if he made like videos and say, you know what, guys, I'm going to experiment with these peptides. I'm going to take this GHKCU peptide, the copper peptide, the youth peptide. I'm going to take this and I'm going to do some workouts and try eating like a natural diet and see how far I could take it to look better, grow back my hair, look more youthful, younger, stronger, just look better, recomp my physique using some peptides, maybe doing some exercises and eating natural food. I would be more impressed watching his videos, but this is just goofy. I think he's even pretending he's on steroids or whatever. I don't know. Maybe he's on TRT, but it's really shit TRT. But whatever, just enough because he has very low testosterone because of the peasant slave food diet, and his testosterone's crashed because he likes to lift heavy weight all the time, which crashes your testosterone. So yeah, and he has high estrogen because he's on peasant slave food diet and tofu shit and all that. So it's kind of obvious, man, what's going on here, really. But okay, man, yeah, whatever. Not impressed. Speed this up. Oh yeah. Attaboy. Attaboy. It's funny. On the other lifts that he's doing, he never does rep work. He just does like 1 rep. But on this machine, he reps it out like crazy. I guess that's about the only one thing he's got going for him. Maybe his legs, because he started repping them out, so they hypertrophied. I don't know, through something. Maybe with the tofu and the lifting. Yeah. Whoa. Attaboy. Attaboy. All right, here he goes. Yes, sir. 1 rep. 2 reps. Wow, 3 reps. 4. 5. 5 whole reps reps, man. That was incredible, dude. 5 whole reps, incredible. You want a medal or a chest to pin it on, dude? This is hilarious, man. Is this comedy hour or what, dude? Look, man, is this comedy hour, bro? This is, I swear, this is comedy, man. These workouts now, they make me laugh when I listen to them, especially the titles. They're even more funny. Yes, Blaha, that's it. Attaboy. Destroy yourself. Yes. Body destruction, bro. Oh yeah. Yes, sir. Yep. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Man, I can hear the seagulls in the background.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, it was pretty easy. Yeah, it's easy to destroy yourself. It's harder to build yourself up. Try building yourself up. It's easy again. It's easy to destroy yourself doing this shit. Try building yourself up. That's a lot harder, believe me. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Another lift to destroy himself and look more unattractive than the last time. Yes, sir, Blaha. Attaboy. Goal achieved. Yes, sir. Is that 5 reps? Let's go. Attaboy. One more for the giffer. Goal achieved. Destruction. Destroyed. Oh, man, he's so funny. Listen, he's getting smaller because the stem cell pool is shrinking. See what I mean? Now, these motor units, they definitely will keep branching because he's pulling weight. So they'll branch and he'll, as long as he keeps up lifting, they'll branch and they'll keep allowing him to lift this weight. But here's the thing. The stem cell pool is shrinking because you could see he's losing mass. He's lost mass, believe me. Believe me, Blaha is actually fat, but he's lost mass, but he's holding glycogen. But he's definitely lost muscle mass. But lifting this has nothing to do with it has nothing to do with the muscle mass. It has everything to do with motor units. This is how your body adapts to lifting heavy weight. It adapts by increasing motor unit and androgen receptors for force production. That's how it adapts. It doesn't adapt by growing muscle out of thin air magically. I don't think so, bro. But listen, all of you could believe that. I know. You saw, what's his name? Ronnie Coleman, right? So all of you saw Ronnie Coleman lifting heavy weight on steroids. And you thought, oh, Ronnie Coleman got big from pushing heavy weight. You have to be out of your mind. He never got big from pushing. The heavy weight didn't grow his muscles. You understand me? The majority of whatever he built there, I can't say there's some contractile proteins for sure, something, and some nuclei, right? There's nuclei there to synthesize whatever, do certain specific things. But a lot of it was sarcoplasmic. The majority of it was sarcoplasmic. Because when he shrunk, he lost everything. Here's the thing. The difference between me and these guys is I went through repetitive bouts of muscle injuries to grow more myofibrils. Get it? You can't build myofibers because they're postmitotic, but you can injure them and grow them like injuring a bone to lengthen the bone. It's the same process. You just keep repeating it over and over and over again. But here's the thing. So a lot of it, what I have is permanent. A lot of it. You can lose it if you starve yourself, of course. Your body will go back to something called homeostasis because that still is considered an unnatural process. You understand me? Now, as far as bone, if you lengthened your bone, right? You broke, you injured it, and then you remodeled it, injured it, remodeled, you get taller. Well, that most likely you're not going to lose. That is completely permanent to the day you die, for sure. Now, they say that the sarcomeres and the nuclei are pretty much permanent, the ones that you damaged, repaired, and remodeled. I don't know. I can't say for sure. There's a lot there still. I see a lot there. I don't have to work out. But is there a lot there that I had in the past? I don't know. I can't. It's really hard to tell about everything, bro. Get it? A lot of it was sarcoplasmic too, for sure. Because I did eat a peasant slave food diet. I ate a lot of carbs and I ate a lot of protein. I did a lot of weird shit in that time. Because back then I wasn't completely sure. It still was experimental. But you figure it out along the way, right? But if I could go back in time and just eat meat, raw meat, especially raw animal products, and do that, I would. I wish I could. But, me being a lot older and stuff, I don't want to take on DNA damage, that's for sure. So yeah, DNA damage, eating peasant slave food diets and working out, you definitely don't want to take on DNA damage doing that and looking like Blaha. This is what's going to happen to you. So eat peasant slave food diet, workout, and all this stuff gets absorbed in your cells, and you look like shit after. Better you go to the gym, eat natural raw animal products, and work out so that your cells can absorb real good quality food, man. Get it? So you look quality. Your body, your face, your hair, your skin looks quality. That's the good thing about working out. I'm not saying people should not work out. I'm saying that if you do work out and you are going to eat raw animal products, quality raw animal, so that you can grow quality muscle, skin, bone, hair, this, that, from doing that, okay? If that's your thing. But eating peasant slave food diet, lifting, whatever, to look terrible like Blaha this is just stupid. Yes, breathe heavy there, Blaha. Breathe heavy. One rep, that's it. Attaboy. Two. Oh, 2 whole reps. I guess it's going down. He's getting weaker. You're getting weaker. I thought you were strong. Oh, you can't stay strong forever? I guess not. See, here's the thing. After you lift a couple sets, you can't stay strong forever. Why? What happened? How come you can't stay strong? You get these people, they back in the past, they would stab with a sword multiple times, stabbing. Because if you're fighting and your stabbing goes down, you'll get stabbed, get it? The one that can last the longest stabbing is the one that will win in a fight. So usually they wait for these people to get exhausted, and then they take advantage of them, and then they stab them and they die. That's sword fighting for you, man, really, basically. That's why the conquistadors, when they came to the New World, they met these fucking native people that lived there, Aztecs, whatever. They had these serrated wooden blade chucks where they would slash you with it. But the Spanish, they could slash, but they mostly stabbed. They had a very special sword. It was special metal, special sword, had good flexibility to it, wouldn't break. And they would just keep stabbing. It's a stabbing motion because the person's way in front of you. You want to stab. You don't want to fight, duel, or anything like that, or slash anybody, because if you slash and you come too close, they could slash you. So it's better to be further away and stab. You stab a person, they're done. Stabbing motions are better. So these rapid stabbing motions, the one that can last the longest would win in these so-called battles. I don't think Blaha could last a minute in those battles. He'd be dead already on the floor. Yeah. Boy Blaha, 2 reps, broski. Yes, sir. He looks proud of himself, doesn't he? Look how proud he is. Look at that. He's so proud, man. Come on, Blaha. What's on there? 315 with 2 fake plates? Okay. unless Blaha does any of this in a commercial gym, I'm not believing any of this is real. Okay, I don't care. Yahoo! 1 rep, bro. Wow, 1 solid rep. You are so strong. What happens if we made you do 10 reps, man? What if a guy held a gun to you, Blaha, and he said, do 10 reps, otherwise the gun will go off? What if Blaha couldn't make it to the last rep? He shit his pants, bro. He fell down. Oh, this is comedy hour. Come on, come on. I like when I speed it up. It looks really funny. Oh, yeah, man. Come on, bro. Atta boy. Yeah. Oh, he's getting weaker. Now it went down to 1 rep. 1 rep, bro. Get it? Because he's weak. Now when he goes out in the street, and then let's say somebody attacks him and he tries to defend himself. He's weak now. He's weakened himself. So he walks out in the street after a good workout in the gym. That's like everybody in the gym. When they go to the gym now, they all want to lift this heavyweight shit, right? And look like fucking Uncle Fester from that show on TV, Uncle Fester. They all want to look like him, Uncle Fester. And then they go out after the gym, they go out in the street, and then they wonder why they get beat up. These kids look at them and they beat him up. They go, look at this guy. He went to the gym to get weak, and now we can beat him up. Believe me, I've seen people get beat up. They get beat. You're working out in the gym. A gym is weakening you for sure. Get it? So you go out in the street, you're weak now. So these guys, I know some people, they work out 7 days a week. They go to the gym to get weak. They go to the gym, work out, get weak, walk around in the street, and they get beat up. Like Blaha. Blaha had a black eye last time. They beat him up. Yeah. That's it. Weaken yourself. That's a boy. That's a good boy. Well, he barely even made it for that 1 rep. I think he's completely weakened himself. Perfect to take advantage of him. The neighbor's watching from across the street. He says, now we can get him. See? Animals are animals of opportunity. They observe, watch, and wait. And they especially like animals that exhaust themselves. They either run to exhaust themselves. So when they're chasing these so-called animals, they know they want the animal to exhaust themselves, to weaken themselves. They get weak. And the more they try to struggle, the more they get weak or whatever, they're tired. That's the whole point. And then they eat them. Like Blaha, he's bait now because he's weak. He's easy to take advantage of. Yeah. He wouldn't survive a second out in nature. Man, the smallest animal could probably take him down right now because he's so weak. Yeah. Woohoo, yeah. He's so proud. Woohoo, yeah, I made myself weak. I'll see you in the next video, friends. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. Woohoo! Blaha made himself weak. Perfect.